Hello, my name is David Whelan. I'm here today to talk about the Engage platform, which is a metaverse toolset for businesses and professional users to build their own metaverse. So, in this short presentation, I'm going to talk a little bit about what is the metaverse. I'm going to show you a short trailer of what we're building with our business version of the metaverse, which we have codenamed Engage Oasis. We're going to talk briefly about other metaverses that are available today from other suppliers. We're also going to talk a bit about our target audience and also show some examples of what customers today are actually doing on the Engage platform. So the term metaverse has become very popular recently, especially with the news announcements from companies like Facebook and Microsoft. But really, the term first came about in a book about 25 years ago called Snow Crash by Neil Stephenson, and was made very popular by the book Ready Player One in more recent times, when Oculus, around the time the Oculus Kickstarter, and obviously there was a movie made from Steven Spielberg quite recently, based on the book Ready Player One. But there are other movies in popular culture, such as the Matrix movie, which is a digital world where its inhabitants were all represented by avatars, even though they look quite realistic, and we're all going around doing their daily business inside this world, working and collaborating together. And this is something which is going to happen in the business version of the metaverse, which I'll be talking about. So in this short video, you can see that when you're inside the metaverse, you're actually represented by an avatar. So this is my avatar, and I'm just changing my clothing. So every person who logs into the metaverse, they're represented digitally. And this digital avatar can either look like yourself or can look like somebody completely different. There really is no boundaries. And I've even seen examples where people are represented by robots and different types of animals. But really, you can be anybody inside the virtual metaverse. So where do we see the metaverse going? We actually see the metaverse as the next evolution of the internet. So back in the early 90s and early noughties, the internet was a collection of websites which were business portals where you had information about businesses and maybe some small video. Then with the oncoming of broadband connections, we started to see a lot more social interaction. So companies like Facebook and Airbnb sprang up, and YouTube. So this is Web 2.0, and this is where we're living today, where you're still being served a lot of information on 2D screens, such as video and text information. And you're also doing shopping through e-commerce. So this is Web 2.0, and then Web 3.0, we're actually seeing companies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and metaverse companies such as Facebook and others coming in, where this new version of the internet is not just going to be 2D web pages and flat screens. It's actually a 3D representation or a spatial world, and this is where Web 3.0 is going, and the being part of the metaverse is part of this new wave of internet. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to show you a short trailer about the Engage Oasis, our vision for the business version of the metaverse.
In our short history, the Engage platform has become a trusted partner to some of the world's biggest brands and organizations. Having recently signed its 100th commercial client, Engage is rapidly becoming a leader in XR events and communications. We are about to embark on a new journey, one where businesses connect directly with their employees, their customers, and with one another. A journey where the impossible is made possible. A metaverse where business is mixed with pleasure and controlled by the professionals who utilize the platform. Welcome to the evolution of Engage. Welcome to Engage Oasis. Explore vast, persistent locations branded for your organization. Or communicate in more personal spaces. Host developer conferences or provide unique product launches. Build your own personal space and invite work colleagues and friends over. Furnish your space using in-world items or upload your own 3D objects or purchase new items via the marketplace. Utilize always-on spatial locations for employee training and group meetings. Register for your own virtual segment and connect with businesses, educational institutions, and professionals from all around the world. Secure NFT support for unique digital assets and locations, providing a robust ecosystem for creatives to work directly with corporations. All the collaboration tools you would expect. Import and build with your own 3D models, or use the built-in editor to build something truly special.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed that short trailer. And again, this is codenamed Engage Oasis, and we've obviously taken that name from the book Ready Player One, but it will be changed when it's released later next year. So, other metaverses that are out there, Facebook recently announced that they've changed their name to Meta, and this is a screenshot from their Facebook Horizons platform. And you can see it's a very stylish looking metaverse, very appealing to a younger audience, and very much there after the social space where they want people meeting up, friends, family meeting up, making social connections, and maybe enjoying entertainment style content. Fortnite is a video game, very popular video game made by Epic Games. And it's available on many platforms. Very popular with, again, a younger audience where they go and they have matches where they shoot each other, but they also call it a metaverse where people can go in and very much be social and attend concerts. And Roblox, again, is a very young audience, pretty much like a Legoland in virtual reality, where people can go in and they can go do tasks. But it's certainly hit the news recently with its $41 billion valuation when it was listed on the stock exchange in America some months back. So here's some other examples of metaverses which are currently available as well. So you can see there's Allspace VR, VR Chat, Rec Room. A lot of these are very much tailored to the video game audience, which is a very young audience. You know, these can be kids anywhere from the ages of 8 to 17 years old, and they're going in and they're completing tasks and buying objects which are normally digital avatar outfits or t-shirts. And where we're aiming to be is to be a more professional and business focused and education focused metaverse. So how will this work? So the way our metaverse works is using the Engage platform, any corporation or business or educational client can go in and build their own meta world. So they can tailor it any way that they need. So they can import their own digital locations if they need to, or they can use some of the templates that we have. They can also construct the laws in their own meta worlds. So they can say, look, we don't want any free users in here. So free users could be logged out. They can have a dress code if they wish inside, and they can also create moderators inside their own meta worlds. And they have a unique link so that if they just want to share their own version of a meta world on their own website, they can do that. But if they want to link it up with a more general audience where anybody can visit, we are currently constructing a central plaza, and off this central plaza, there's going to be an education plaza, an enterprise plaza, and a creative plaza. And if you're an educational client, you can have a bridge or portal to your own location, such as we work with clients such as Stanford University and Victory XR. Or if you're an enterprise client, and we have worked with HTC and BMW, you have your own meta world, which can also be bridged back to these plazas, which people can freely explore. Here's some examples of meta worlds currently on the Engage platform. So you can see there we have HTC Vive with their own very open and vast location. We have Accenture, who have been holding meetings inside Engage. 3M, who I'll talk about more extensively in a moment. They've built a whole virtual world inside Engage with many different locations for medical and safety training and product design. BMW, again, I'll be showing a little bit of BMW's work on the platform soon. And Facebook themselves actually have used Engage in the past for professional meetings, meetups with their own employees. They have a virtual Menlo Park, which is a recreation of their offices in California. And this is just a selection of some other clients that we have on the platform who we worked with in the past. So you can actually see there, Korea Telecom actually is one that will probably jump out to the audience that I'm speaking to today. But we have some really big clients here, such as the University of Arizona, worked with HP in the past, NVIDIA, European Commission, Ericsson, X Prize Foundation. So there's some pretty big clients already looking and focused on the metaverse and how does their business organization fit in with the metaverse in the future. So this next trailer I'm going to show you was actually created by one of our clients. So the content was created by our clients. It's all hosted and used on the Engage platform, and it's from 3M.
Physical connection is essential. Smiles are essential. Hugs are essential. This is the human touch. In the real world, not everything is possible. With 3M Home, anything is possible. This is a journey in the past and in the future. Imagine the infinite possibilities, taking you exactly where you need to be. Because we'll continue to meet in person, and we'll enter this new world together. Today, the possibilities are endless. This is 3M Home.
Okay, so that was a short video about 3M Home, and what 3M are using the platform for is to keep their employees connected. So obviously with COVID and shutdowns around the world, a lot of companies have been forced to work online or remote hybrid. And with so many new employees being onboarded over the last couple of years, they don't feel connected to the businesses that they're actually starting to work with because they've never gone into an office or physically met anybody. So a way to get around that is 3M have built a series of onboarding locations where they bring in new employees into special locations, and they talk all about the history of the company, and they have like visions and goals up on the walls. And one example, which you can see briefly in the video there, is they'll bring them into a mine and they'll talk about the beginning of 3M and how they started business. They were mining a mineral, and the mineral that they were mining actually turned into a very fine dust, and with that dust they created sandpaper. And you can see that happening inside the virtual experience. And then as they explore the mine, it opens up into a much broader location where the HR representatives will actually guide them through an experience, so to get a real feeling for the company, even though it's all fully remote. So in this next short trailer, we did work with BMW and Pico to create a short experience for their clients where they were showcasing some of the work that BMW have done. So they work extensively in electric cars, and they have a Formula E team. And this short video is one of those short client demonstrations.
A very warm welcome to our fourth masterclass and the second masterclass in VR.
Okay, so I think the thing you will notice in a lot of these videos is you're not seeing office type environments. So because it is virtual reality, what we say to our clients is if they come to us and they want to host a meeting or an event, we say to them typically, look, really let your imaginations run free. We don't have to replicate what happens in the real world. If you want to have like a large group meeting and the CEO is giving a talk, we don't need a conference center. You can actually build it somewhere else. And as a good example, we worked with X Prize organization, and the talk in the event that they had was actually held inside an arcade Space Invaders cabinet, and it was very, very successful. And everybody who attended the event actually had a really, really good experience. So another big part of our business version of the metaverse is security and moderation. So we are the only virtual reality platform with ISO 27001 certification for security, and we're also a European company with GDPR compliance. So the way that security works is if you build your own meta world, you control everything that happens inside. You can appoint moderators, and that you can also set up personal spaces as well. So if you have onboarding content for your organization, you can block out any of the public people from getting access to that, or you can even host Engage on your own servers if you wish to do so. And how do you access these meta worlds? So Engage is available on a wide range of platforms, so it's not just on VR headsets. It does support most of the major VR headsets out there. It also supports mobile phones, tablets, iPhones, standard desktop displays. So you can pretty much access Engage from any device. It is better, more immersive if you're in a VR headset, especially if you're using it for daily stand-ups and meetings. But if you want to access any events and still walk around using features like spatial audio, you can do that on your mobile phone or tablet. And each meta world or each persistent world that's built on top of the Engage platform is going to have its own unique URL. So you can share out that link via an email. A person can click on it and join you straight in the meeting. So it'll make it very easy and intuitive to access any of these persistent worlds, which are always on and always available to its users. Even in my own organization, we did have a physical office up till about 2 years ago. We now have very few people who are inside that office. The majority of my organization are all working remotely. We hold all our daily stand-ups, all our meetings inside virtual reality. And it really gives a sense of presence in those meetings, and it gives a sense of the organization where the employees are actually all connected to each other instead of just looking at somebody's face on a screen. Finally, I'd like to thank our Korean partners, Dikarig. You can actually see there's a web link there. Dikarig, we've been working with Dikarig over the last 3 years inside Korea. So if there's anybody looking for more information, I recommend that you reach out to Dikarig, or actually you can find us via our own website at engagevr.io. Thanks very much, and I hope you enjoyed the presentation.